My name is Arina Khachikian.
And my name is Ariga Torosian.
Our topic is about parent-offspring conflict in evolutionary biology, which is defined as the conflict that arises when genetic interests of offspring and their parent are not perfectly aligned.
In parent-offspring conflict, parents are expected to invest in all their offspring's survival. Natural selection favors parents that produce surviving offspring. Thus, the parental care increases the survival rate. We can see that parents stop providing care to their offspring at some point. Therefore, we understand that there are limits to the amount of aid that parents are selected to provide. These limits were first observed by Robert Trivers. Robert Trivers is an American evolutionary biologist who first proposed the topic of parent-offspring conflict theory.
But why is there a conflict? One half genetic identical. Parent and offspring are only half genetically identical. So there is an overlap in their genetic interest. So sometimes what's good for the kid is not good for the parent. Another reason is the time invested for offspring. The time is limited, so the time of reproduction is limited as well. Therefore, the mom has to choose whether to put her energy on current child or stop so she can be prepared for new offspring. Another reason is the amount of investment in offspring. The mom may have to decide to prioritize her offspring in investing her energy, which may cause conflict in sibling survival. There are many different types of conflict in many different species, but we will talk about winning conflict, which is an example of parent-offspring conflict. This happens when the mother wants to win the baby, but the baby wants to keep breastfeeding. There is 3 stages of winning conflict. The first stage, mother maintaining proximity to her offspring by following him, restraining him from leaving her, and initiative nursing bout. The second stage, the infant becomes more independent and initiates most nursing. And the last stage, the mother trails off effort to maintain contact and she stops wanting to nurse. Sometimes the mom chooses to stop nursing for her own interest, but the child still wants to be nursed. So the child sometimes starts crying, and that's when it causes conflict. So in most species, whenever the child starts crying, it is bringing the predators to their side. So it's very dangerous.
This graph represents parent-offspring conflict in details. X-axis represents time of dependency. Y-axis represents fitness cost or benefits to their parents. The more a parent invests in the offspring, the more benefit or cost to offspring. Parents is equally related to all offspring, so it's selected to its maximize fitness. However, offspring is half related to its full siblings and a quarter related to its half siblings. Eventually, this shaded area is where parents-offspring conflict takes place.